Good morning. How are you? Hi, Ebony Kemp. Hi, Latoy. How are you? Good morning. Guys, how is everybody? Yes, Ebony Kemp, notification gang. Guys, I went ahead and did this members because we're gonna still do a Friday live. I may have something to do like right in the middle of the day. But I knew I'll be back at some point this afternoon. Hi guys. I just want to say, members of my Discord, guys, I have been just really busy this week. I've had like stuff I'm doing, um, creating content. I've been live, just living my life, momming, wifing, all of those things. And I just haven't been in the Discord as much. But I see you guys posting in there. We have a very nice, positive mom community in there. Um, so it's fun. It's bougie gang gang. We have some people in there who have not really been participating, and that's okay. Hi, Pineapples. Hi, Latoy. Leisha, bye, baby. How are you? Hi, Carol. Good morning. Hey, Queen J. Good morning. Trinice, Jay Johnson. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, but yeah, we have a really nice community. And I know I haven't thrown the link out in a while, and I probably won't for another couple of weeks. If you are not in there and you want to be, um, DM me and I'll send you a link. It's not exclusive, but we don't want trolls, and we've been pretty much troll free from what I know. At the end of the day, it's not a secret society, but it is one that I created for my members and people that support me, and what I'm doing on this platform, and or just want a environment where you're not going to be like trolled. Troll free, okay? So in any case, if you want to be in the Discord, you are welcome to do so. Just send me a note on Instagram. It's not that serious, but you know, it's just a zone where I know that people in the bougie gang enjoy chatting. That's where it really came from. And that's pretty much why whenever I put a video out, guys, I'm always premiering because I know you guys like to get together and chat in the comments, and we have conversations and discuss whatever the topic is. So when I saw that that was really kind of a thing and you guys enjoyed that, and I learned about Discord platform, I was like, well, maybe I'm going to make a chat group for myself because the people in my community like doing it, and everyone is not necessarily a member and doesn't have to be for whatever reason. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Ray of Sunshine. So I want people to feel like have an inclusive experience without also feeling like they've got to take money out of their pocket because that's not necessarily a requirement. If someone chooses to want to make it official as a member on YouTube, that's cool. But if someone wants to come through and be able to chat with all these people that you're seeing right now and others, um, throughout the day and night, which sometimes I see, girl, get your chat on, okay? It's not exclusively women, but I've never made any bones about the fact that I am a woman who speaks to women on women's topics. Yes, they involve men, but at the end of the day, I'm empowering women to be strong and to make their own decisions and to make sure that we are always in a forward thinking direction. And if someone is saying that they're a boss, that they're not confusing that with bossy or potential not boss behavior, basically. So in any case, guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's kind of early. Still it's 10, but it's earlier somewhere else, right? So yeah, good morning. Hey, Queen Mika, how are you? Yes, dear. Just one second. Yes, dear. Look in the small fridge. In the small fridge, there's 2 in there. Um, how many of you guys, once Rona happened, bought an extra fridge? I was looking like everybody else, you know how a lot of people I jumped on the bandwagon. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my topic. I jumped on the bandwagon. I was afraid I was gonna run out of food, right? Because I got a family to feed, right? They're depending on me, right? Those are the lyrics of a song, okay? Um, so I was looking for a freezer. D. Harold got a deep freezer. Yes. You know, the truth will set you free. Have you ever been on the bandwagon, guys? Did you find yourself buying that makeup palette or those jeans because have you been ordering on Fashion Nova because someone told you that your booty's going to look good? Have you ever done something cuz someone told you that you couldn't? And have you ever not done something when someone told you that you can? Think about that. Just chew on that for a minute. Okay. Okay. Hey, Reese. I don't know if you're out here or not. Okay. Good morning. I'm just, I got the inspiration for different kind of motivation today. Normally I go over to Francoise Vlogs, usually sometimes toward the middle to the end of the week, and I drop some motivation over there. But yeah, this is gonna be some motivation, but it's gonna be of a different variety. We are 7 minutes in, and I'm just gonna assume notification gang gang. 76 people watching. Good morning to the bushes, bitches, bandwagoners, and of course, my members, mods. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Just think about it. Have you done something because you were told you couldn't? And have you not done something when you were told that you can? Have you had the script flipped on you? Have you found yourself in a corner almost feeling like you're sucking your thumb? Ever? Thank you, babe. You're so sweet. Um, you've done all of that, pineapples. Yeah. What happens, pineapples? What happens? Do you just like get your life back or do you just realize like, am I doing what I'm doing because I wanted to do it? Or am I doing what I'm doing because I'm influenced to do that? Guys, I have a terrible habit. I'm going to just make a full disclosure. When I go to the store sometimes, especially when something's on sale, I like to buy two. Sometimes I really have to stop myself. My first instinct is to buy 3 because I already know I'm gonna use the one, and I like to have backup. But if you guys look at my grocery hauls sometimes, maybe that's why I like Sam's because you kinda do get double. But when I go to the grocery store, I'm just peeping you to some game right here. I like to buy 2 of things. I'm just that's just me, and maybe that's just my shopping, that's just my pattern, but I also know that sometimes when I see a sale, like, something for a really good price, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy 2, and I might buy every color, right? Do you guys do that? Do you create your own patterns and paths, and then sometimes you realize, like yes, Virgo Nation. Do you create your own patterns and then sometimes have to self-check, have to evaluate, have to reflect, have to, you know, introspective, okay? Um, check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? I found myself once again not watching the YouTube that I enjoy to watch somehow past couple of weeks. I had checked in somewhere and it didn't change my thoughts, but I was not tuned in to what kind of gives me a certain type of energy. And I realized as I was clicking the subscribe button that makes you, when you click, when you're subscribed and then you click it and and then it says subscribe. When I was clicking that button uh, yesterday around the YouTube streets, I realized, girl, where have you been? Like, why are you, why? So I had to kind of do some reflection on um, when you are not, when you are begrudgingly or, um, and that means not happily, okay, um, doing things that you may think like, oh, you know what? Why am I over here? This isn't for me. Um, and then I saw it was funny because I'd been tuning in because guys, this. I love a train wreck. I do. I like I like my channel's a gossipy, chatty channel. I discuss these channels that we all love to watch or didn't know you'd love to watch. And whether I go in depth or a deep dive, that's my guilty pleasure. And that's what I started my channel around. And there's no troll, there's no nothing that's gonna make me change my narrative, right? Because we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. You love to watch. I love to watch. Um, so because we know all about trolls, we've talked about this off and on, guys. We know what trolls do. They come in, they try to change the narrative. Um, they like to create distractions and disruptions. They love to get up in those comments, whether they're going to read them, whether they're going to stream them, whether they're going to start to use, you know what I mean? Like whatever they're going to do with the comments, they're going to do with them. Whatever. Drag bones. Sometimes you get a bone drag to you. You think you got some TT, but sometimes it's a setup. Okay. And I've actually fallen victim to a setup before. A couple times I've smelled the setup. Sometimes I just, someone just dropped me some tea. Hey Reese, how's it going? I spoke earlier. I don't think you were here yet. Um, Maybe you were whipping up some eggs like us mommies do. And love Noel. I don't know if I spoke with you yet, but good morning, girl. Um, Drag bones. Okay. Then there's the setups. And then there's that infamous the oh so fun doxing and exposing. Um and doing unto others. Well, you did it. You did it. You did it, so I'm gonna do it to you. Um, well, you can't do it. You're not qualified. Who told you? Discredit. Guys, I'm like, my God. This I don't know why it's been on my mind to really kind of discuss um trolling culture or but, doing commentary and reactions and reviewing channels really shouldn't be a threat because someone who is confident within themselves and they know what is going on in the world and how social media works. I've referred you guys to a couple of movies. Number one, The Social Dilemma, which um, A lot of, I don't know, has anyone seen this in the chat yet? Anyone out there in the bushes who has seen The Social Dilemma on Netflix? I mean, it really is an eye opener to how social media actually works. And if you understand how social media works, you can also make it work for you. But it really works off of some very basic psychology principles because, people are, us, we as people are tend to be very predictable, and therefore some common psychological um some of, so kind of like the swarm effect, kind of like, so you see the beehive, okay? Something, you say the wrong thing about Beyonce, they are coming for you, and not just because they are super fans, but they have created somewhat of a cult of personality. There is somewhat of a group think, okay? And Reese, I see you're driving, no worries. Um, and if you go against that, because Beyonce is, she's that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Beyonce too. Would I swarm for Beyonce? I mean, under the right circumstance, I sure will. Virgo, Virgo gang gang. So of course, right? Um, if you put out roast worthy material, it will get roasted. It's not rocket science, okay? But pineapples, it sort of is because people do start to get lazy sometimes, and then they put their shit out for you to love and adore. And when people actually think a lot of you or think something of you, sometimes if they care, it may not feel good, but they will call you on your shit because they care. It may not feel like they care because sometimes people just want to be lauded. They want to be praised. They want to never be wrong. Thank you, Jay Johnson. Thank you. They want the rock star effect. You know, when people get criticized, some people just don't know how to handle it, especially when maybe you've been a rock star your whole life. Do you look on New Year's Eve when Mariah Carey, do you all remember when Mariah Carey was out there in Times Square and it was a complete shit show? Her sound wasn't right. I mean, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. Poor Mariah Carey. I just don't think she's been the same ever since, to be honest. I think that hurt her feelings because she is always perfect. She always has her sound perfect. She has a perfect pitch voice. She is told that all over the world. She is known for that. She is a beautiful woman. She is always dressed to the T. Bringing in the first and the last song on the at the turn of the year is huge. It's an honor and a privilege, and it's only given to our best and our brightest, right? Mariah Carey like had a complete fuck up. Okay, it was awful, and yeah, that changed some things for her, I think, in my opinion. I think that was probably a very traumatic event for her when you are always, always, always so that happens, right? So it's not to you know, and the reason why she can feel that way, I don't blame her for feeling that way because she does everything. And look at Beyonce. I mean, Beyonce has fallen in those shoes. Beyonce, things have happened that she did not plan. I mean, she's a Virgo, so she plans everything, every step, every every stitch of a costume, everything. And shit happens. And when it does, yeah, she's not happy. She doesn't like when pictures are out there, when people are shooting pictures from in the audience and they're going like right up in her shorts. Not that they're trying to be perverted, but sometimes just she looks at some pictures and she's just like, I don't know why they would post that. And her team, she does have a team of people who do comb the internet to try to take things down that are not flattering because she covets her image and that's how she makes her coin and it is her. So I get it, right? But I think also with being almost a billionaire or being a billionaire, as someone whose assets, we're going to include her household there include a large sum of money. I mean, I get it because that's what she has that's what works for her, right? But I think Beyonce is also pragmatic enough to know that you can't control the world. No one told her dad to go out there and have a whole entire side chick on Tina and make a baby, right? I don't think they liked it, but she couldn't control her daddy. Hi, Estrelita. Good morning. I walk by faith, not by sight. Melissa Raftis. What's good? Um, you know what I'm saying? We can't control the world. But what happens is people jump on bandwagons. And because some people are easily influenced, some are harder to influence, some people are just influenced. I mean, we can't help it, right? Um, Hi, Tamika Crawford. Good morning. Thank you for coming into the chat. Good morning. Good morning. You can't help it. Um, like I said, you could be all of a sudden. I've had Saturdays sometimes where I've watched enough makeup videos, and I am literally on Ulta's website and trying to see which Ulta carries that palette and because Jackie or somebody told me that that palette was going to be the bomb, that if you want that glow, you want that glisten, you need those cheekbones popping. Hey, Flax MD, good morning. Gwen, did I say hi, Gwen? What's good? Good morning. Um, yeah, I'm in the car. I'm en route. Okay. Because it might sell out. Right? I need it. They made me feel like I needed to do it because like Jackie looked her makeup was flawless, right? Or Shayla, okay? Um and then I was afraid that they were so I swarmed. There was a mania, right? All things that are part of like this bandwagon effect, right? Um and like girl, you don't want those old that dusty look. I'm just looking at the comments, guys. Cheryl was look, I'm just gonna say this about Jasmine getting a stimulus check. And we'll talk about that later. Um, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Girl, you got 4 kids. You stay on the struggle bus. Girl, let that girl get some cash. Let her get some cash. Let her get a bump to her little econ. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, let her get her money. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, sis. Everybody get your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all pay taxes, we all work of some sort. Um, I know, look, I think Chrissy's gonna get the biggest stimulus check, right? Girl, let them go out here and stimulate the economy. You know what I'm saying? Because we go outside, people are staying home. People get those checks, they're gonna go out, they're gonna immediately go to the gas station and fill up those tanks, right? Bandwagon effect, okay? I'm gonna tie that back in. So thank you for bringing that up. Stimulus check. You are going to run, not walk to Walmart. And you know what that's gonna do? Maybe they have cut 10 people back on a shift. Yeah, there's going to be 10 people working in a couple of extra shifts, right? If 10 people need to work extra shifts in Walmart, one, and there's 2,000 Walmart stores in this country, guess what? That's 20,000 people that Walmart has given extra hours to or brought back to work. And then you have the warehouses that now have to fill the shelves that have been emptied because people walked in with those stimmies, okay? So now we got people at the warehouse. And then we got people on those trucks. What's up, Miss Pearl? Okay, all our truckers out there, okay? Um, the truckers are going to be real busy. And those trains that come down the track with the rail cars, yeah, we need more shit to buy. More TVs, more clothes, more cars coming in from all over the world to fill up Home Goods and Marshalls with candlestick holders, journals, and clothes that didn't make it through the first sale at Macy's or Bloomingdale's or wherever else they get their clothes from. Okay. I don't know what Jasmine is using, quite frankly. Um, who said Fran was on? You guys were somewhere and I break into somebody's live? Girl, there are 1.9 billion people out here. You guys could always come back for the replay, but I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. And my bad to whomever. I didn't even check. I'm sorry. Um, oh, thank you, Tamika Crawford. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tamika says, this is my first membership and I'm excited. I love you guys. I'm gonna join all y'all. Just give me a second and I'm coming through. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you coming through, making it official and chilling with us. But yeah, guys, that bandwagon. Sometimes if you feel like, Tamika, if you've just jumped on this bandwagon, that's okay. I mean, I'm positive over here and I don't try to change and influence minds. I just speak what's on my mind. And if you guys are here for it, that's great. Um, you are welcome to disagree, but we have a culture here. Yeah, you can disagree, but don't be disagreeable. Say what you mean, but don't say it mean, right? Because yeah, if I have a thought or an opinion, that it is just that, and I will express it. And I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes, certainly, but if someone doesn't like something I say, okay, I might not like something you say, but I'm not going to stop you from saying it, only unless you are sitting there not telling the truth. Then I'm going to call you out as a liar. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't have to call out people for lying. People just see how you move and they're going to believe it, not believe it, because I could stand up and do a 12-hour speech um to try to convince people of something, and they're just, whether you're going to believe it or not believe it, is really at the end of the day up to you. Sometimes people just need an excuse to not like someone, right? Um, so whatever. Um, but earlier, back to my point, initially, as I was kind of separating myself from some group think that was not aligned to me. Um, I realized, there was like a bandwagon effect taking place, along with just some good old psychology. And I had to just take a look back and just kind of like, okay, we're in like topsy turvy land right now, because it's like I said before, it's the tell someone they can't do something and they do it, and tell someone to do something and they don't. And people saying, "Well, I don't do this and I don't do that," but then they do it. Like, own your shit. If you do something, you did it. Okay? Like, we're grown. I mean, shit, this is my channel. I do what I want to do over here. And I had someone actually come in my comments and ask me a question that they very well knew the answer to. And I don't know who they were. And I actually was sitting there contemplating, like, okay, and I answered the first question, and whoever you are out there, you know who you are, but you still like, girl, you're not getting a second answer. I mean, shit, wherever Wherever you got the information to ask me the question, you already know the answer. So don't come over here with that bull. I mean, are you kidding me? You lucky you didn't get cussed out. But if you come back, I will cuss you out in a comment. I will screenshot it. I'll post it to my community board, but I will delete it and block you. Like, that stuff doesn't work over here, okay? Um, what I found and what I had to do, I had to distance myself. I enjoy getting a 360 view of certain things, but um when I feel like that 360 is trying to influence my decisions, and people are looking for people to fall for the okey doke and change people's minds. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. It was really funny. I was watching something on HBO about personality tests, and I'm in HR, and I have taken many a personality test, and I have reviewed many personality tests because oftentimes some of the jobs that I hire for require personality assessments, right? Not tests, assessments. And some of you have taken Myers-Briggs out there. Some of you have taken the DISC assessment, things like that. And I'm going to disclose to you guys on the DISC, my personality type, this will be a shocker. Okay. I'll tell you in a minute what my personality type is. If you're familiar with DISC, then you're going to know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you can Google it. Um, if that's something of interest to you. But on HBO, I would check out Persona. Persona, it was really, really good. Um, and it was eye-opening. And it to me, it also tied into social media. Um, but yes, I'm just looking at the comments again, guys. So I'm sorry. I got distracted. Um, you have to create some distance. If you are watching programming, and in theory, a lot of us are home. Um, Forget about in theory. A lot of us are home. And a lot of us are watching a lot of YouTube. A lot of people sit and talk like I'm talking right now, and I'm going to keep this short because I plan to come back later. So I'm not, I can't stay on here too long. I came on here to make a point because I don't want to talk about this later because this is more like um I want to talk about it later. We're gonna talk some shit, and we're gonna get caught up on the gossip later. Okay. You have to create some distance from certain things. I mean, if you like to listen to politics, you like to listen to the news. Sometimes I'm sure all of you have articulated this. All of you. Sometimes you have to just turn off the TV, right? Don't you guys sometimes have to just walk away from the news? How many of you are not able to watch some of those videos that that person is posting on Jasmine and Jasmine? Okay, some of you, because some of the videos have been a little bit tough to watch. Hi, Jessica, how are you? I got kicked out of the bougie gang, but I'm back. Why did you get kicked out, y'all? You didn't get kicked out by me, boo boo. Yeah, you know, love, it's one of those things like it might be a trigger for you, right? You're saying you can't watch it. Cheryl's saying it's a mess. I watch the news, but I try to be very kind of like if it's gonna talk about if it, look, I love NPR, and when I'm driving long distances or, prior to 365 days ago, I used to listen to NPR all the time, but then I started doing some car chat, which is kind of, if you notice, when I first started Love Lies and Lacefronts, a lot of it was voiceover because I was in my car because I had a 45-minute commute into work, or sometimes I would be talking on my vlog, right? Um, you have to distance yourself. So if you are listening to rhetoric and propaganda, people who sit and listen to Fox News all day, did you not hear what's her name? Stacey Dash talk about kind of getting swooped up in the rhetoric. And now that she has put a little bit of distance away from herself and Fox News actually working there, it's changed her thoughts and opinions about some things she was doing on top of getting drug, which, of course, and I mean, I'm not gonna say rightfully so, it just depends on what your thoughts and thinking are, so I'm not gonna shame anybody for dragging her, but she got drug, and I guess she changed, how she felt, right? Maybe that last drag was the one. Um, so when you create some distance from yourself, you're going to create a situation where you can actually have, like, a thought or an opinion, right? um if you are constantly engaging in the group think and the dialogue of the group think, guess what, you're going to start making decisions with the group, because guess what you want to do, you want to fit into the group. Guys, I just want to also, as I'm saying this and we're sitting in a member chat, um you guys disagree with me all the time. Some of y'all give me the business, okay? And that's okay, because you guys don't always have to agree with me. There's something about me that you like, but we don't always have to be on the same page, period. Okay? And test me on it if you want to. Um I was listening to something that I posted maybe a couple of months ago. And Estrelita, I don't know if you're still here, but Estrelita was like, "Yeah, I don't agree." And then we agreed to disagree, but Estrelita is still cool. Estrelita is still a boss. Estrelita tells me what she thinks, if she agrees, if she doesn't agree, and that's okay, because we can, like, okay, okay, yeah, I see, okay, I see what you're saying. But this is how I feel. And feelings aren't always based on facts. Sometimes feelings are just feelings. Feelings are not always fact. If you say someone is a bum, that's just a feeling. If you say someone is a bum and I'm gonna tell you why this is the top 10, well, maybe you have some facts. So can a thing be a fact and a feeling? Sure. Will someone be offended? Will someone be hurt? Will someone be mad? Of course. Okay. Are you a people pleaser, or are you are you telling your truth, your facts, the facts, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the shame and troll culture really want to stop people from having thoughts and opinions. And cuz what's the first thing that the trolls want to do? They want to take your channel down. They want to take your channel down. They want to shut you up. YouTube is not the only platform, okay? Thankfully, we have, codes of conduct. Thankfully, there's policy, not YouTube law. There's no YouTube law. YouTube has no laws. They have policy and they have guidelines. They observe the laws of this land, um, and usually most companies, from, like, an HR perspective, they like to supersede the law. They like to be better than the law. So they don't want to have anything in policy that is straddling the fence on the law. So when they are concerned about sexual harassment, some companies are just going to say, "Yeah, don't date here, please. I'm telling you, don't date." Or, "Hey, we know, back to Walmart, we have over 2 million employees. We can't stop people from dating, but what we can tell you, managers and supervisors, that you can't date someone that you manage or you supervise." Or if your wife is a manager for Walmart, yes, store manager, store or HR, area HR manager, yeah, you can't be an area HR manager in the district where your spouse is a manager. Okay. So is it against the law to date someone at Walmart? No, but policy and guidelines say different. Okay. All right. You're not going to get arrested for dating your boss. You'll just get fired. Okay. Exact. We're adults over here. We yeah. And you know what? I'm the type of person, if you don't agree with me, just tell me. Like, and maybe I could, like, you know what? Okay. Like, another example this week, someone told me I was petty for saying something. And I said, "You know what? Okay. That was petty. You are so right. Who wants to be wrong? Who wants to be called petty, right?" But in that situation, I don't feel that I'm a petty person. Can I be petty? Of course. I think if you are into gossip and the shits, of course you can be petty, and maybe you are petty. I personally do not feel like I am a petty person because I don't drag bones and I don't drag things out. But someone else may beg to differ. And you know what? Someone brought to me that I was petty, saying something I said. Recently, and I said, "You know what? I'll take that. I'll take it." Okay? Um, all right. So you got to distance yourself. If you feel that you are being indoctrinated, if you feel like your mind is being changed, distance yourself. Take a break. Take a breather. If you are watching all day every day and you are hearing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, if you have not eaten, if you have not slept, you need to distance yourself. You need to take a break because then you can actually get back to yourself and make real judgments and make decisions on what the fuck is actually going on, or just manage your business, okay? Vacuum your bedroom, wash some dishes, wash your ass, okay? Sometimes you want to examine your, like, why am I doing things? Like when I said, sometimes I go to the grocery store and I buy 2 and I buy 3, or something's on sale and I buy every color. I buy every single color. Why do I do that? Because I love a deal. I love a deal. Did we get 2 new members? We got Tamika, right? It's saying I got 2 new members. Did I miss somebody? Member, y'all, thank you so much for supporting this channel. It goes to help, do things for the channel and supports your girl. So I appreciate it. Because, I don't have a big channel. Nobody wants to listen to my content that's not about other people. Um, if my content were worth listening to, then maybe I would have more subscribers. But I can't make a year fast forward into 7 years or 10 years. I can't do that. Time is what it is. Time is happening right now, and all we have is today, and you put one on top of the other, and then you get some distance, and so it goes. But because one of the tactics sometimes of the bandwagon is us and them, um again, people just need that one reason. Just give me a reason. Give me a reason. I was telling my husband, yeah, I think they think, yeah, she's so sedity and she acts like she got some keys to the city. Okay. Sometimes when you make people feel a way, that's their trigger. They can watch the shits all night long. But somebody with who shows their face, um, someone who takes some pride in their appearance and enjoys to dress or not dress, um, whatever. Someone who does not talk like them, whatever that might be. Because this is not just about me. This is just my thoughts and opinions on bandwagons. Um, that's just the reason. Oh, she thinks her shit don't stink. That's the first one. That's like the low hanging fruit on the please stop talking about me. Jasmine, when she went live yesterday, like one of the first damn things she says, "You think I'm supposed to have a clean house? I got 4 kids. And you think your house is so perfect." I guarantee you there's someone in this chat right now whose house is perfect. I never said mine was. I never said that. But that's how she justifies, because no one is perfect and we all know that. So by saying something and stupid and asinine as they think their house is perfect. That's that's some basic that's some I'm sorry, that's just some basic bitch talk. And that's some basic ass psychology to tell people because you are not perfect, shut the fuck up. Nobody's perfect, but everyone is not on this damn internet with a camera in their face who have not brushed their teeth, combed their hair, washed their ass, nor handle their household. You guys say what you want. When I say handle your household, I mean handle your household, okay? So whatever that might be. Okay. And if that means letting your dog out to pee, if that means sitting at your desk and paying your damn bills so your lights don't get cut off, if that means whatever that means to you, okay? When you are neglecting what is important in your under your roof, yeah, sometimes you need to check yourself. Now, is everybody qualified or does everybody need to be pointing a finger? Of course not. And does it feel good to have a finger pointed at you? Of course not. But just because you are not perfect doesn't mean you don't get to turn on your camera or your recorder or your or podcast. Yet you don't have to be perfect. So people using this perfect benchmark as a way to tell people to shut the fuck up, yeah, that shit don't work over here. Mommy of 13, girl, she went on Tommy Sotomayor and she learned a hard lesson because he dragged her for having a whole bunch of baby daddies. And she said, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that anymore. Hey, Steph. Good morning. Hey, Megan. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to take control of my message and I'm going to let people know what I want them to know, which is almost just about nothing. And that's why I really like her. I love her channel, not because she doesn't show us anything. I get to focus more on her as a person. She's got a beautiful spirit. She's so kind. Those kids are so polite. So, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I mean, I love those kids, and I can't even tell you a name, but I can tell you she doesn't have the cameras up in their face all the time. She's not trying to shove them down our throat. Now, Cupcake and, whatever, the other new one, the new baby, yeah, she's doing the most with them, but they are so freaking cute. Um, all her kids from the top down, the her daughter who's got the baby and all her I mean, I love her family. They're just very sweet and she shows them just enough because the channel is not really about them. Maybe she calls herself a family channel, but she's a mom channel. She's very cautious with how she films. It's not for everybody. Nobody wants to be all up close like that and nobody wants to kind of see nothing, but it is interesting and yeah, she doesn't let you know any of her business. Now, do I watch her channel all the time? No, I really don't. Um, but I do watch it. I do watch it. And what is there to say? Nothing. 'Cause she doesn't show you anything. And if you feel attacked, if you feel now, do you have to change up your content because you're being attacked? No. But instead of having wishbone, I'm gonna get Joyce Myers on y'all. Instead of having wishbone, have some backbone. Okay. Thank you, Joyce Myers. Love her, okay? Because she tells it like it is. A lot of people don't like Joyce because Joyce doesn't give you that warm, fuzzy Joel Olstein. But Joel will tell you every now and again. But yeah, Joyce Myers, yeah, she's not for everybody because she will call you on your shit, period. Think of the part that you're playing. Do you have to do what other people tell you to do, or why do you have to be victim to other people's bad behavior? Because sometimes it is time that some things just die. Sometimes you have to kind of do things new and different. Everything is not going to always be static and the same. That would be boring. okay? I think a lot of people this week when Meghan and, Harry were talking, I've heard people say, "Yeah, there is black blood in the British royals," and they went all the way back to Queen Charlotte, who's the city is named after that I live in, okay? That was a long time ago. Technically, there is a young prince with black blood currently, and his name is Archie, okay? And his parents are Meghan and Harry, okay? We don't know what's gonna happen, you know, there's always like I always say, there's the look at God, okay? Look at God, won't he do it? Because Harry's brother is gonna be the king one day, and I know William loves his brother, so we're gonna just see how that goes. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of questions of race came up, and it's good. Also, a lot of questions came up about just a monarchy in general, a very wealthy, powerful family who really doesn't need Section 8. Okay, some very expensive Section 8 called Buckingham Palace that is, owned, you know, by the people, okay? And the other properties owned by the people. Yes, do they own their own properties? Of course, but there are some things that are owned by the British people. If you are in a Commonwealth and if you are in the UK and you are listening to me right now, and you're a member, go ahead, let me know. I don't know if Trini is in here, but you know she is from a Commonwealth, and at the end of the day, do these people really still need to be subsidized with basically a super duper luxury Section 8 and food stipends? So it's called into question some of the monarchy, okay? And you know, we've seen people Hollywood shuffle, we've seen people moonwalk, and we've seen the Tootsie slide, okay? Harlem shake. I've been seeing all kinds of stuff on these YouTube streets this week, okay? And that's on period. When people are afraid of what other people think, they are going to do and act accordingly because nobody wants to be on the outside. Nobody wants to be, you know, feel less than. Some people just don't want to not be cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And you know what? And I'm going to say this to you, love Noel. Um, Look, this is the main deal. This is what I would say to any mom who is putting your life on YouTube or anywhere else. YouTube, BoobTube, anything. Okay. Um, if you are putting yourself out there for public consumption, let me tell you something. It was really funny. Okay, let me finish my first thought. If you're putting your life, and this is anybody under, you're going to be judged. People are going to talk about it, whether they're talking about it and getting on YouTube or they're talking about it and they are at the grocery store. Okay. If you're lucky, if nobody is talking about you, you're not relevant. Okay. Period. When you are relevant, people are discussing you. Therefore, when I find people not relevant, I don't even mention their names because I don't give a fuck. Okay? Period. I don't mention you. It may not be because I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. So why am I going to make you more relevant by shouting you out? Because that's the thing about publicity. There's no bad publicity. Because even, look, who doesn't love watching the setback, the train wreck? But what do people love more than the setback? And this is Hollywood, guys. This is one of the main formulas of Hollywood, okay? It's the comeback. It's the loser turned winner, okay? How many movies start with a problem and everything's amazing at the end? How many movies start with everything is great and then it's more fucked up at the end? Yeah, no. Nobody wants to go see that shit. Is that real life? No. It's a Hollywood. It's a story, okay? It's the setback and then it's the comeback, okay? My main like the only reason why I'm bringing this up today, guys, hold on to your brain and your thoughts and opinions. Don't be out here on these YouTube streets like a crackhead for to be infused into a thought process that may or may not be your own. Maybe it's your morals and values, but you're getting, but you it's just uh what you have allowed in doesn't make you a bad person, but don't allow yourself to all of a sudden be running through the YouTube streets with pitchforks, okay? I'm sorry. And I would say this to the people who feel like you got to sit up and call CPS on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you got to do you, boo. But you the one who has to be squared with that. You know what I'm saying? I would never, because I say this, I think I probably say this 2, 3 times a week. I would hope that the people who are engaged in behavior that makes someone feel like they need to pick up a phone are ready to take that responsibility if they come to your door and say, since you were so concerned, can you go ahead and handle this? We need you to step in the gap. You wanted to be in the gap. Here's your opportunity. Okay? I'm just saying, if you're ready to do that, then you got to be ready to do that. If you're not ready to do that, um, I don't know. That's not my call. I honestly sometimes, and I'm real serious, guys, I don't even let stuff into my thought process because I don't need that as part of my life. You know what I mean? I'm very okay with everything doesn't have to make sense to me because that's, man's rejection is God's protection, okay? Everything doesn't have to make sense. You could be stupid as fuck. And I may just be like, gosh, that just doesn't make sense. But you know what? If I let their thinking become my thinking, guess what I'm not doing? Thinking for myself, allowing my mind to be changed. Anything that I need to let in or seep in or gain clarity on is going to come because that's just how the brain works. If the brain is locked on a particular topic or something for whatever reason, yeah, it may not need to be there, or you are rejecting it unconsciously. Your brain already knows it's some bullshit or it's not for you. Everything is not for you because a lot of people do things that they shouldn't have done and they knew they shouldn't have done it. It wasn't for them. And what happened? They ended up in jail. They may have gone home to be with the Lord. They may have lost that good job. Anything, you know what I'm saying? Like lots of repercussions. It could just be, girl, you missed that damn sale. You didn't get those good jeans. You didn't get to go and go buy those 5 shirts for $17 that were on sale at Zara that are a dupe for that designer-ish. Yeah, Tamika, it was just like on my mind this morning because I like the shits and the giggles too, but for whatever reason, um sometimes we just need to know why we're doing what we're doing. And shame culture, um i.e. some of these trolls out here, yeah, it's like, bye. You know what I'm saying? Fear, look, there's an expression, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Okay? And Fear is really um is something that really tries to capitalize on the unknown and people's discomfort with not being able to control things. Why are you scared of the dark? Because you can't see. You know what I mean? There's nothing to be scared of in the dark. It's just because you can't see. And because you can't see, it makes you afraid. But we have something called instincts and intuition, and we know how to be smart, right? So if you're afraid of the dark, you put on a nightlight. If you know that you've locked up and you don't hear anything, there's nothing to be scared of. Take your ass to bed. But, of course, people want to preserve their reputations. They want to preserve your good name. Um, you know, I think it is hard to recover from someone smearing your name. You know, Olivia and that her dumb thread, which I do not frequent, put some information out that tried to, put some bad shit out about my family. But you know what? All of the trolls, all of the dumb people, you can believe what you want to believe. I don't even care. Like you could believe that even if you're sitting in this chat right now. I'm just gonna be real honest. I don't care. Hi Nini, how are you? If somebody wants to believe that my husband has a POF profile or whatever, it's just so funny that all the smear stuff that people direct at me, um, I haven't heard one person say something about me other than I had a fried leave out. And that's not tea. That was the truth. Okay? Because I was flat ironing my hair and of course I over flat ironed it. Um, okay? Like, okay, I sure did, but I sure don't now. So it's like, okay, fried leave out. Like, come on now, that's stupid. Okay, but it was funny at the time, but what about now? But of course the tactic is because as a mom and as a wife, you want to protect your family. I saw someone lose their shit over their husband this week. She was not happy to have pictures and talk about her husband. Did I lose my shit on Olivia for what she did? Yeah, because she made stuff up. At the end of the day, my husband's not on Plenty of Fish. And if he was, that's my business. But well, it's not who cares. It's to I'm I don't care because I know where my husband is. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. Of course I don't care. It's a tactic, right? It's a scare tactic. It is a form of manipulation. And it is a way of trying to shut people up because most people, if you try to look in their front windows, yeah, they're gonna shut the window. They're mad. People don't and the funny thing about Olivia is, and I'm just gonna park on her for a second. Um, Olivia used me in a her stupid All the Bitches Mad song. She decided to sample me. Okay. And okay. She better not have anything to say about me sampling her. And even if she does, I don't care. Bitch, you sampled me and I sampled you. Like just so you know how it feels. And you probably like it. On the low, you probably dance into it in the house. Because what I found out from some of Olivia's exes is that like and I'm not look, Olivia talks about me so much that if I were to call her or she called me, we ended up on the phone some type of way, I would just venture to guess that Christian or Robin would be like, "Is that Fran? Hey Fran, is that you?" No, Jessica, she didn't have to pay me. I mean, for what? I mean, I don't know if she's selling that song on Spotify or not. I have no idea. I don't care. I think it's just who would buy that shit? Um, but no, she didn't pay me. For what? I mean, she basically sampled some stuff on my video, so she basically used it. I'm sure she's using it as fair use, but um, according to her men, yeah, Olivia talks about well, and you heard Blama talk about it yesterday if you were over there in her chat. she talks about, and this is not the first time I heard this. She has, she loves to say that I'm a fan, and I was actually a supporter of Olivia. Okay? I supported her channel, but I guess she didn't see it as support because I was doing commentary and dialogue, and just really just talking about the episodes. And I mean, I wasn't purposely softballing Olivia, but I really didn't have anything to say because I thought she was funny. I thought she was a joke, and I thought she was putting it on, which I still think that she is, but it's a manipulation tactic, but it's something else. But anyway, um, she just doesn't want anyone talking about her, and you can't control that. You just can't. Girl, Megan says, Liv makes us white girls look terrible. I held my black king down through thick and thin, and we got beautiful mixed babies and take care of regardless. Liv is that bitter white baby mama nobody wants. Well, okay, I get what you're saying. I think she's caught in two worlds. I think that Olivia, unfortunately for her, um, she you might call her white because I feel like maybe Olivia does identify white. I mean, clearly she looks like a mixed girl, but I think Olivia, don't take this the wrong way, like gives a vibe. Um, but Olivia 150% in her heart wants to be that black woman that she um vilifies, that she throws under the bus constantly. That's why I kind of like had an aha moment with her. Not only do I not support her anymore, when she uses these colorist low key, which I don't know if there's anything low key about being racist. I think most racism is covert. Um, when she starts on her bullshit, I will call it out. If I see it, I'm going to call it out, period. And I don't really care what anyone says. Olivia most definitely is not white. She can't, what I mean? That's a whole nother conversation, Megan. But I hear what you're saying. She gives me Karen vibes, if anything. And Karens can be black or white. Um, but Olivia has turned herself into Karen personified. Um, and I think on top of within the trolling culture, I think that there is a particular segment called Karen. And oh my God. And shouts out to all the Karens out there. I know they are giving you the business right now. So I'm sorry. It's just like Felicia got it a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, Felicia had it. Now you got it, Karen. Becky, we all know Becky. And, yeah. So, guys, I've got, some other thoughts on this topic, but I think you get my point. I guess stay woke. Um, Sometimes, some of the programming that you might be choosing could be turning you in a different direction. And you may be in that direction anyway, and that is okay. But everyone doesn't have to think the same, and everyone doesn't have to do the same things. So it's really important that you be yourself. Okay, think for yourself, know how you feel, how what you would do in the situation, not just what everyone else would do in a situation, and stand on moral high ground, because let's just take into account, um, no one is perfect. I have seen the meeting of, lots of different types of people who've made disclosures, and no one is perfect. And that it's just quite obvious. And I just think that sometimes it's just time to shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut the fuck up and handle your business. Do what you do, and that's it. Daniela, I saw someone, I think someone posted it. I used to watch Olivia's channel. I've been watching Olivia's channel for like about 3 years now, so I have watched all of that. Like I saw it happen. I was very happy for her when she married Gerard. Like I wouldn't say I got dragged for celebrating Olivia's wedding, but I was sitting there waiting to do a live reaction. My husband was in here watching. We liked Olivia and Gerard very much. I still like Gerard. I think if Olivia had been real with herself, and I've said this a million times, when she was on her way to Texas and had her true intentions and cut the bullshit, turn off the camera, be real, talk to your husband, she would be with her husband. But because making this YouTube check is more important, trying to be a bad bitch, which maybe you are, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're not as bad as you think you are. Maybe you're not the baddest chick. It doesn't mean you're a schlumpadump. But at the end of the day, you got to realize you fucked up and make your changes accordingly. But if you want to navigate in I'm a perfect bitch, I do everything perfect and project your problems and your shortcomings onto other people, well, you're not going to get anything of what you want other than a groupthink bandwagon roadshow of people who are going to big up you and your trashy ass behavior. Cause she got that, don't she? Doesn't she? I mean, look, that's not cool. If the people who ride for her really rode for her, they would tell her what's real and give her an opportunity to step into the woman that she says she wants to be. And it's not to point fingers and put someone out on public display and town and whatever, but yet everybody doesn't ride for you like that. And just because someone chooses to make a coin talking about your channel, fuck you. You can't tell me what to do and how I make my money and how I design a platform on YouTube. Are you kidding me? Some of those people are just waiting for someone to talk about them or wish someone would, because the butterfly effect, look it up, is tremendous. We all know about I told a friend that told two friends that told two friends and so on and so on and so on and so on. That is social media, guys. That is how it works. Period. Okay? Um Olivia is not real with herself. That's why Olivia is sitting alone and reposting videos of a much better time. And it's not to say that Gerard doesn't miss her, but I think Gerard, just like Olivia was hurt, I think Gerard has really, really tried on numerous occasions, and she might feel the exact same way. So I'm not just trying to be Gerard. At the end of the day, I think Gerard is done. He's tired of it. He's tired of the Olivia Roadshow. Okay, he's tired of it. I'm a man, and at the end of the day, if you cannot sit around and hope and wish and just pray that somebody is going to do the right thing. You've got to have turn wishbone into backbone. But backbone also doesn't mean backbone is more about you than it is about other people. When you show people how to treat you, and that's everybody, yeah, the dialogue changes. You can't ask one person to treat you with the utmost and then you allow someone else to treat you with the least. What kind of shit is that? Everybody, no one is allowed to disrespect me, but I allow one specific person to disrespect the hell out of me, period, and make me look dumb as hell. Who does that? someone who really doesn't have high self-esteem, because at the end of the day, that one person that you want respect from is the person you want respect from. The other people that give you respect because they see something in you, yeah, it feels good, but it's almost like a drug. And do you guys not see that? Do you guys not see people laying in bed, people who should not be on camera at times that they should not be on camera, sharing things they should not share, but they want to be real, but you don't want to be criticized. I mean, come on, guys. Like, I'm not gonna like, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. Well, Gwen, that is true. I mean, there are some people, I think a lot of people start YouTube and YouTube is not their bread and butter. I think when YouTube becomes real and you can and nothing turns into something and something turns into I kind of enjoy this. I like editing, I like filming, I like talking, I like sharing, I like being in community with people and get their thoughts and opinions and them hear mine. Um it's also an income source. It's a hustle. It's a stream of income, right? Um Olivia came up off of Chrissy. Chrissy came up off of Olivia. They came up off of each other. They saw each other. This is social media, and I'm just going to keep saying that. This is social media, boo boo. If you want to go invest in your own server, film your videos, and get the traffic to your unique website and put a copyright on it, well, people can still talk about you because they can talk about you. Can they share your media and images that has been copyrighted on your website? No, if you take the time to copyright said media. Okay. If you want to control your media, your message, your everything, well, then do that. But you might want to get up off of free platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want your shit out here in the open, do what like people do and go on Patreon, go on OnlyFans and things like that, and take your good shit off of YouTube that is free to use. Okay, it's free, and if you're lucky enough, you can get monetized and you can make a little bit of money. And if you're really lucky, you can make a living. And if you're really lucky, you can make a killing. Okay? So I'm going to end on that note, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming and letting me get my very woke rant off this morning, because I wanted to make sure that as people are waking up, they are hearing something positive. They are being reminded to get real with yourself. Make sure that you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't fall victim to trying to be in with the current in crowd, because the current in crowd may not be the in crowd um, later. Okay. You can have it both. You can have it multi ways, okay? But it's just really important that you know what you're doing and you didn't just ride a wave. Um, there's sometimes where people have you not ever looked up and said, "How did I get here?" And seriously mean it? What happened? Oh, I made one decision that led to a bad decision. I tried to make two good ones to correct it, but I still fucked up. Shit happens. But when you have the awareness and reflection, it just makes all the difference. And at the end of the day, it's just important to be woke, even out here on these YouTube streets. So, um, guys, I'm gonna go. You guys have an awesome day, and I will see you guys a little bit later where we will get back to talking about the three mommies and what's going on for the weekend and stuff like that. But I'm gonna jump in the shower and do a couple of things. So I'll be back like early this afternoon, probably like 2, 3 o'clock or something like that. Okay. Exactly. Love Noel. Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you from the bushes, guys. Thank you in the bushes. I'm often in the bushes too myself. Um, okay, guys, take care. And I will see you later on this afternoon.
By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. It's all about clout.